Good evening, everyone. This is the short, super condensed version of the presentation that I gave this evening for interested travelers in going to England in the summer of 2022. As you can see on this slide, there is a QR code, and there's also a teeny tiny little URL posted there. This is a sign-in sheet. If you are seriously interested in traveling, I ask that you fill out this sign-in sheet. There's a part on the sign-in sheet that asks if you have any questions. And what I would like to propose is that you wait until the very end after I've gone through the important information. And then if you still have questions, then please put your questions into that form before you submit it. Then I'm going to jump ahead to agenda. Really quickly talk about safety, travel plans, what you can gain from travel, what's included in the price of the tour, as well as the price of the tour, and then how to enroll as a traveler. A little bit about me, so you're not sending your child off to travel with a complete stranger. My name is Karen Hellman. I have been at Onalaska for 25 years. I'm a mom with 2 kids, one at the middle school and one here at the high school. I like being outdoors. I love travel. I love seeing new places. I particularly like travel because I want to experience places that I've read about in the books that I read or seen in movies that I've watched. And I love travel because I find that I learn so much about myself when I travel, as well as learn about the places and people where we're traveling. And so travel is a great opportunity for young people to experience growth as well. I'm planning the trip for 2022 because I really want something good to look forward to. And as a parent, I think about affordability. And so having a trip a year and a half out gives parents an opportunity to make the trip more affordable. And by planning this early, we take advantage of EF Tour's risk-free enrollment period, which is pretty cool. What that means is that until May 1st of 2021, if all of a sudden your life circumstance changes or something changes and you decide I really don't want to do this, up until May 1st of 2021, you can cancel the trip for any reason and get a full refund. So that's a really cool thing that EF is doing. That's new since March of this past year. The other thing I want to talk about is the safety of the tours. I had an opportunity to do a training tour with EF. It was amazing. We get our very own dedicated tour guide who is with us from the moment we land in Manchester, England, until we leave in London. They have enhanced safety precautions and procedures. EF expects that there will be 1 chaperone for every 6 travelers. In fact, they support that so much that every 6th traveler earns our trip 1 free chaperone spot. Which is amazing. This is the highest ratio of adult to child traveling in the groups that I have investigated. Also, a really cool thing about EF is that they support the Onalaska High School and Onalaska School District safety policies and rules and expectations, which I really appreciate. We have Peace of Mind program, and so that means that as a group, we can change our destination and change our travel times if something were to happen that we would want to change. The Onalaska School District requires that we require global travel protection insurance, which is $165, which is included in our travel expenses. EF prices it in for us because it's required. And that means that you can cancel if you need to for catastrophic reasons, right? You fall and break your leg and you can't travel. Or you break your leg and you still want to travel, they will have accommodations ready for you in England, like a scooter, right? So it's pretty cool. And we have a risk-free enrollment period until May of 2021. Real quick itinerary, we land in Manchester, spend 2 nights in the Lake District, 1 in Yorkshire. We travel south, spend 1 night in the Birmingham region. We get to tour Stratford-upon-Avon, which is Shakespeare's home. We spend 1 night in the Bath region, 3 nights in London. We get a side tour to Windsor Castle. When we're in London on our last night, we get to see a stage a theater production in the West End, which I am super, super excited about seeing. Here are some pictures of some of the sites we'll see. When we go to the Globe Theater, we get to do a tour of the theater as well as a theater workshop, which is going to be amazing. So we get to come home changed people. Some extra things that that EF Tours offers is college credit. So for $215, you can get 3 college credits from Southern New Hampshire University, but you have to do college work to do that. They also offer help with your personal essay for college applications, which is free after having been a paid traveler. This is group travel, and so a lot of times we're paired up with young people from other schools and other places. It's a great way to keep the tour affordable, and if we need to be paired up with another school, once we get about 3 months out, they tell us who our travel partners are. And it's just a fun way to meet more people. So here's what's included in the price of the tour. Round-trip airfare, safe quality hotel rooms, full-time professional tour guide, a bus that is ours. We get one driver who's been vetted and has a background check, and that bus is ours for the whole trip. Stays with us the whole time. Or we use, if we have to use the underground or busing in London, that's all paid for. Our tour director gives us our bus passes, our subway tokens, whatever we need to make transportation happen. There is a lot of walking. There's an educational itinerary. Part of what makes this tour really cool is we have a lot of fun, and there are fun downtime things to do, but we're also going to learn a lot. We're going to learn about some of the foundational writers of English literature. We get guided tours, and when we go to the Bronte Museum, we have our very own Bronte Museum tour guide who takes us through the museum and teaches us about what's there, and sometimes gives us some background information that maybe other tours don't get. Breakfast is offered at the hotel room. The hotel the hotel provides breakfast for us, and it's always good food. Every time I've gone to a hotel room with EF, it's been good food. And then dinner, and dinner is usually at a local restaurant. We all arrive there as a big group. We're given the what's being served that night. We don't get much choice. You do, when you enroll, you do get to indicate if you do have dietary restrictions. So make sure that if you do have food allergies or if you are diabetic, that you are very clear in stating that in your enrollment materials, because they make accommodations for that. We get 24/7 on-tour assistance. So if someone loses a passport or gets hurt or injured, we've got people there to help us. There's a traveler support team in the main office in London that helps to coordinate help if needed. There's a tour donation page, which I'll talk about a little later. If you do the learning stuff for college credit, it's project-based. You get a free travel backpack for going. And then what's required in our plan is the Global Travel Protection Plan, which is the basic insurance, travel insurance. Things that you will have to take care of are passport, visa, baggage fees, especially if your bag is overweight. Spending money, if you want to buy souvenirs, you have to bring your own spending money. You do have to purchase your own lunches and snacks. And then we, as a group, provide tips to our tour guides and the bus driver, and more information will come on those tips before we travel. Typically what happens is we try to get the tip money in local currency, so this would be in British pounds, that I will collect from you, and then I will give to the tour guide and the bus driver once we are there. And then if you do want that college credit, that's something that you will have to pay for. So this is how much it costs. Paid in full is $4,243. When you enroll, there is a $95 enrollment fee. And when you enroll, it gives you the option of four different payment plans. One of the payment plans is biweekly, and that's $122 every 2 weeks, or $244 monthly. You could pay it in full all at once. Or you could say, you know what, I want to kind of fill my own timeline. Maybe I'm going to pay some of it now and I'll pay a larger portion in a few months. If you do that manual payment option, though, there are restrictions for when it has to be paid in full, and it costs more because there are additional fees. If there are parents who want to travel with us, adults travelers, the price is a little different. They charge more for adults because we're adults. However, because we are planning this far in advance, we have a $300 discount for early enrollment, which I think is super cool. So you can see how that drops all the payments, even the payment for the adults. So that's something to keep in mind. And our early enrollment deadline ends Monday, December 21st. And that is an EF Tours deadline. That's not my deadline. I don't really have much control over that. So making it happen, if some ways to help fund your travel, there is a Global Citizen Scholarship. You have to submit an application, and it's a video application. You make a short video of yourself. Once you become an enrolled traveler and after you've paid that $95 enrollment fee, it opens up a portal so you can find all of this information in your travel website. They have explanation for how to do this. They have a customizable donation page so you can send the link to family, friends, and loved ones. So in lieu of Christmas presents or birthday presents or other big event moments in your life, people can donate to your page. And then, of course, we're getting that early enrollment discount. So then we get to experience London and all it has to offer. We have limited spots available. They're holding a bus for us, which seats 40 people. And so when that bus is full, then your name gets put on a wait list. You can secure your spot with that $95 deposit, and that early enrollment fee ends Monday, December 21st at noon. You can enroll after that if there's still space, but then you would be paying the full cost of the trip. So if you are interested, and I sure hope you are, the enrollment page URL is here on this slide, www.eftours.com/2390905XB. And then our enrollment number is also on this page. And then just a reminder to please use the QR code or use this URL to get to the sign-in form. This is where you'll put the traveler's name, parent name, email for communicating with you, and then any questions that you might still have. My trip coordinator at EF and I will go over these forms and then be sending that information out to people who have questions. That is the end of the spiel. If you do have questions, please feel free to email me. You'll get my email address when I send this out to you in an email. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest. And I hope that you sign up to join us in June of 2022. Thank you.